I feel like this one, this is like something we should have like on our PBN product page, right? What are a couple reasons why someone would want to outsource a few PBN links, Nick?
Well, um, if you've ever built a PBN or like a network of them, even, a 10 site network, it can just be a pain in the ass. And then when you lose the asset, you lose that asset. When a PBN is de-indexed, it's gone. And so you essentially call it a loss. You can always throw it back on GoDaddy or something like that and sell it at auction, but you're gonna sell it at a loss ultimately. I've been building PBNs for years, big networks of them, and I can tell you they're always a pain in the ass. And early on, I would say just buying the links as a one-off or even using rentals in kind of like staggered periods where you remove some and then add new ones on is a lot easier. And then you're taking the risk element out of it because if the PBN gets de-indexed, at least you don't lose the value of that asset. Overall, I think it's just mainly because building a PBN, like a very secure one, it's technical, and you have to really like spend some time crossing your T's and dotting your I's.
Yeah,
So
I feel like this reason is like on par with, you know, managing all like the different parts of the PBN when you start growing your network is, ultra time consuming and takes a lot of know-how, but also just a lot of people, I would say even most SEOs don't even really know how to build links correctly.
yeah,
So then you step into the realm of PBN links, which are, the most hunted type of link
and
by Google,
the most
right?
volatile link you're going to use.
And there's like a lot of like these small things that you have to do with PBN links, or you can very easily get yourself in some trouble, or they can just be taken
You know,
down and you just wasted, you lost them all the money that you spent on the domain and building the site on it and all that stuff.
So, conceptualize it. It's like I've got a money site. I want to build 10 a 10 PBN network for it. All right, well, all of that has to go to different hosting. Some people might be comfortable using cheaper hosting, but the amount of times your site's going to be broken or you're going to deal with issues is through the roof. Trust me, I used to do that. And so we're talking about moving to premium hosting. At that point in time, you're basically creating a real website on a different IP. So you're talking about 10 different IPs. That's monthly incurred cost as well. And then still, your risk goes up there because your network isn't really diversified. So, for example, if you rent a PBN link or if you buy one from a big network that's doing things properly and monitoring things properly and diversified properly, they might lose one or two assets every once in a while versus if you lose your PBN, it's most likely because the majority of that PBN network got sniped based on the money site that you're working on. So, you picture it like a market crash happening. All of a sudden, you wake up one day and boom, 90% of your PBN is just washed out. And
Just like Nick's GME stock.
yeah, you didn't do any better, I mean, we made some bad plays, we got some good plays coming up, but yeah. So you have to conceptualize that too. Like the risk is a lot higher, especially as you're building that network out. Maybe you won't think about that until you get up 10, 15, 20, or even 100 PBN going. But the day that you lose, 30% of your network, which has happened to me before, it's just a heavy loss.
Yeah, so
You can give that to somebody else like me and Chris, and we've managed PBNs enough to like kind of diversify our risks, and that's why we offer those links up.
yeah, so just to summarize, it's a pain in the ass that can, if you've got more than like a few PBNs, the pain in the ass really grows and it costs, right?
Yeah.
And most people just don't know how to do it properly, right? So, if you don't really know the ins and the outs of PBN use, buy them, right? Buy them instead of doing it yourself. You'll save yourself potential, like, losing entire domains or penalties or whatever.
On the same token, though, PBNs are one of those links that I would say you have to find a reputable vendor for, because if you're buying 10 links at a time and then those 10 links are, getting de-indexed within 1 or 2 months' time, higher probability that it's going to affect your site inversely.
I will say one more thing, though. If you do want to get into PBNs, actually learning the ins and outs of PBNs, taking the time and really diving deep into this stuff, actually learning from like reputable sources on it, not only can be a good investment for you, but I feel like learning about PBNs teaches you how to build links, right? Because, the way that you have to do a lot of the stuff with PBNs to build links safely, you basically apply to all other forms of link building, just in like a kind of toned down type of way, right? Yeah. They're the most powerful, but also kind of the most dangerous form of backlink if you don't know what you're doing. And so if you really take the time and invest the time into learning how to use them and build them and all that stuff, it can be a good investment for growing your own network, as well as just teaching yourself more about link building safely.
Yeah, if I was going to get started on a PBN, I would start with, an experimental PBN that I'm not using to really rank a money site. Granted, saying that, I got my start in building PBNs because I thought that was going to be my easy money ticket utilizing Power. And that was more of like a 2.5-year process of really diving in, losing a lot of money, and figuring out the ins and outs of what would work for me particularly. So it wasn't a quick win.
Nick used to be the guy sending you a message on Facebook.
Yeah, I got my start
saying
$5 links at a time.
Saying, hey man.
Yeah, you want to buy some links?
You want some backlinks?
I had a dirty little picture, and I went out there and I hustled. But that's the point. A lot of people too don't realize it. It's $5 at a time, right? That builds something up, that gets momentum. I'm very big on that. And that $5 at a time means that you're actually working, digging and getting your hands dirty into something, and it is going to give you an education that you won't be able to get anywhere else. So, if you have interest in building a PBN, I would say there's quite a few resources out there. Daryl Rosser's is really good.
When are you going to do the Nick Altimore guide?
Well, I've got how to build a PBN checklist that we can link there too.
It's not super in depth though, is it? I can't remember.
Yeah, there's a downloadable check sheet. That you guys can see what kind of plugins that I'll diversify in. Kind of forgot about this one.
Yeah, so we've got this article you can check out.
And you can, up here, you can download the... old video. Click here. You can download a what is it, a spreadsheet or a PDF?
I don't know.
Well, it's a checklist.
I think it's just a text file
for all the plugins and stuff that you'd want to use.
How to diversify. The checklist will kind of guide you through it. But I think we should probably write a more in-depth one as well. We actually got another. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Be sure to check the description below for links to our blog for more info on this topic, along with a bunch of other cool stuff like case studies, our Facebook community, and our link building services. And like always, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell if you enjoyed the video. Thanks and happy ranking.